Why, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of Unsealed and Revealed. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good start, right?
Yeah.
That was good. That was good. Yeah, okay, see, we got a woo back there. My name is Jeff May, and I am your host, and I am so excited to bring this episode with you. Now, with me, to my left, your right, we have the amazing Bree Darling here. Bree, shout out. Shout out. That's right. We're just going to keep saying shout out. This is the whole show. Now, Bree here is on the ones and twos. She's going to be taking your questions, comments, and concerns through both the YouTube and Facebook Live feeds on there. So don't be afraid to voice up, say some things, have some comments, have some questions, and we will field them if they're cool. You get to choose, right? You get to make your choice.
I mean, yeah.
Another cool thing Bree is going to do is she's going to give you a chance to win the piece that we're about to show you later on in the episode. That's right, Bree?
Yes.
And so we'll decide when that's going to go up. But we have a winner from...
Congratulations. Our winner from last week, the Gellert Grindelwald, was Jesse McGrory.
Great job, Jesse. Congratulations. And now you too can be a winner, unless you're Jesse. You have to wait a little while before you can win again. But you too can enter that, and there will be a Gleam contest, I believe, coming in later. Now, without further ado, the man of the hour, the Tower of Power, my co-host, 6-scale expert, an all-around decent guy to know, Guy Klender. Guy, how you doing?
I'm doing great, everybody.
Yeah, we can clap for Guy too.
Thank you.
Guy, you'll see next to him that box here. We are going to be looking at the Superman 6-scale from the Justice League movie by Hot Toys. Very excited to break into this baby right here. Guy, how you feeling about him?
I'm excited. I'm excited to show him off and for us to dive in.
Well, without further ado, why don't you fly on in?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Because Superman flies.
Well, up and away with this.
Through the air.
All right, so let's first take a look at our box art. On the front there, we have the photograph of the actor. This is not of the figure, but we've... I dig it because they've also done the J and
That's
the L.
That's not the figure?
We're gonna pull back a little bit on the camera here to see the full box and see that they're the J and the L. It's kind of a neat little Justice League.
That stands for Justice League.
I think so. Yes, it does. It's on there. There's kind of a fun thing to have on there. And again, as you see, his shoulder wraps around. So this is that wraparound art of the box. It also does a wraparound on that side. All right. On the back is the art we saw on the poster of the You Can't Save the World Alone. This time, because it's Superman, we're going to use his logo.
Oh.
Which is neat. I like that they've done that. Bright colors on that. And that's important as this suit has the bright colors. Now, this is our shoebox style. Or I mean our slipcover style.
You got it right on the second
try.
There we
go. Yeah. So we're going to slide that off there.
So we're going to have
set this over here.
Like
all right.
You can scooch him down maybe a tiny bit. Perfect.
Front here, you're going to have your figure. On the upper tray, we've got our additional hands. Yes. Well, that was where the suit really changed for our third time seeing Soup was that the colors were getting brighter.
I think so. I mean, there's a lot to say about direction of the film and color palettes.
Yes, and color palettes and how they changed up.
But this is sort of definitely the costume that we have seen before in the chromatic form that we are expected to be used to. I think.
Exactly, that you want to kind of get into. So let's pull off the upper cover here and see what we're looking at. All right, you've got your dynamic stand, battery compartment right here, your second head sculpt. That's the biggie and what we're most excited about, and we'll be definitely showing that off and its light up feature.
I'm excited.
So let's get him out of the package right away here.
That's Superman.
This is Soup in that really incredible style of suit that they've done with him. When you first get him, he is going to have the plastic over the two head areas, the hands and the feet. I've removed that. Underneath here, you're going to see that there is the foam, and that's so the outfit that is digitally printed doesn't stick to itself. It's just a safety precaution.
You know what else you can see there? Some ripped abs.
Yep. Wait till you see those. Yes, they've done the undersuit. Now, when we lift him up and out, on the back underneath, I've untaped it already to be able to do it.
Hey, real quick, don't tug on Superman's cape.
Oh, I wouldn't. Okay. I wouldn't. I
heard that in a song. I said, don't do that.
And did you ever think about doing it?
No, I would
prior
never.
To the song.
I would never. That's just good toy ownership.
Exactly. You just don't tug on it. All right. Because in the back, and I'm going to lift up the box so you can kind of see that. I'm also going to take off the second head as well.
Surprise head.
In the back of it, that's what I had undone before. The cape has its own little plastic bag that holds it in there. And what it's doing by doing that is a safety thing, but let's take a look at the flow in which that cape goes.
Yeah, that looks great.
This is a thicker material cape. It's actually a dual layer. It's not a single layer of fabric. And this is allowing them to really get this pleat style over the shoulder and then down to it. We'll see that a little bit more when we turn it, because you're seeing just how bright and vibrant.
Yeah, those pleats are really great. Do you think he irons his cape?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think there's
probably doesn't take him a while. Probably pretty quick. I would say
probably.
He's Superman. He probably doesn't have to plug
I
in
think
the
the
iron.
drying aspect is done pretty quickly.
He looks at the iron with his heat vision.
And does it. Doesn't even plug in. All right. Next that he comes with, that head sculpt that we talked about, but I want to talk a little bit about the display stand.
So bright. It looks so good.
Yeah. This is, when you said the colors, this is that bright color that a lot of people really wanted to see in their Superman. And so here we now have it. All right. I'm going to set him down for a second here and discuss a little bit about the dynamic stand that comes with this particular one. Okay?
Yeah, I feel like Superman, that's somebody who deserves
a dynamic stand.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have our Justice League base that we've seen with our other figures, so this is going to continue that line. All right. However, the support rod for it before, on our clamps here, we have a little screw on the side that we would undo, and we can kind of adjust it up and down on here. This one here is a little different. This is also in your instructions, folks. This is one of the only things that's in the instructions. You're going to unscrew, lay it on top,
and then screw it back in. Oh, that probably keeps it a lot more firm.
It's going to keep it a little firmer. This is a little heavier gauge on the stand or wire, I guess we'd say this time. And that's, I think, really to be able to give it some serious height.
Yeah, because this figure, it seems like he's got a little bit of extra heft to him, like...
Well, I think with Superman, you really want to have that high flight kind of thing, that hovering over. And so having the support all the way up on the top is, and having it be thicker is just going to give it a little more stability to be up in that position. And we will do that with him in a little bit. But we're going to move the stand off now, and we're going to take a look at our figure. All right, let's set him on there. This is without stand, and I'm just adjusting to move him a little forward on the ankle so we can...
Look at those quads, man.
Yes. Now what they've done with the suit is it has the padding, just like the actual film suit did underneath. And then has that printing over it. But look at how bright that is. This is the third time we've seen the suit, and this is what...
It looks great under our studio
This is what everybody was hoping for, and we did get that in Justice League was the lighter color.
I can already say that for those of you that choose displays that are lighted, this is actually going to really look great. Because the way our studio lights are landing on this, the color pops.
Just boom.
So well.
And this is what we want to see. But since we've got them straight on there like that, let's take a look at what you mentioned, the abs and all of the other musculature that's in there really is standing out this time. And that was the third time that they'd done the suit, they even changed it up and added even more to it. I was reading up on the suit, and I'll pull up, I didn't print it out for myself, but I pulled up some interesting aspects on the suit that were kind of neat to know, and the subtle changes that they did. So what we're going to do, though, is kind of move the cape off to the side here so we can see the back element.
There it is. Oh, what a cool, it's got the little zipper.
Zipper is in the back, and you'll see that the lines and kind of that belt aspect does go all the way around.
And those little arrows that are kind of pointing to the rump.
That was an interesting thing I read about with the design, because the belt changed now and is more the little square thing into it. The original design of the belt in the comics and everything were the strong men that were
circus strong men.
Yeah, and because that was no longer,
it was more the underwear. On the outside.
Yeah, on the outside was that, and that had kind of ceased to exist. So they kind of kept changing around with it, but he still wanted to go back to that kind of gold belt idea.
Yeah, by putting the design without having an actual belt.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the part where I want to start getting really deep into the history of superhero.
Exactly.
fashion.
I like that. Well, that's a good thing that you're here for. Let's take a look at that head sculpt. All right. The other interesting thing is it's telling you in the instructions is anytime that you're going to move the head, pull it back first when you do it. As far as
oh, look at him, he's thinking.
Yeah. Well, this is also if you wanted to do any kind of the upward looking flight stuff. You could also have that. And this, some of our others that we've been seeing have been doing the articulation point down in the neck, further in. But because this kind of shows that open cut around the neck, that really wasn't possible. So that's why it's right on there. But let's give it a turnaround to take a look.
That Henry Cavill. He is a dish.
That's a heck of a jawline, isn't it?
Sometimes I think about that there are people out there that look like Henry Cavill, and I get like...
There's one guy that looks a lot like him.
Yeah. And I'm just like, that's not fair.
Is it Henry Cavill that looks a lot?
You're absolutely right. Thank you for getting that.
Oh, I thought we didn't have to say it out loud. I thought we knew.
I say we were just going to let them go
Henry.
with that. But because we're taking a look at that head sculpt, I'm going to swap the head real quick into this Unsealed program, as this is one of the main reasons.
You just want to jump right to it, huh?
Yep, people have been waiting for this particular one. And we're going to swap the heads out. And this is, we're going to do it straight on for you to take a look. Boom. All right, this is that, I'm going to tilt it upward. This is that angered in the use of the heat vision.
Look at how he's clenching that jaw, and you can see the jaw muscles.
Yeah, the jaw muscles kind of widen out there, and the intensity in it. We've gone tight into that around the eye. Now, the eye's even painted like that, so even without the light up feature, you still have a pretty intense look on there.
That is intense.
Now the articulation remains the same on that. Now here's what I want to show you. The light up feature on this one here is, actually I'm going to pop it right back on.
Oh no, Superman.
Superman is actually this little piece here. All right? And it is inside, when you get it, it'll be inside the head sculpt itself. All right?
That's how I'm going to display
inside
mine.
the tray, we'll have, this is already inserted. So you'll put the headpiece on, and then when you kind of lift the outer, and it'll slide off for you. Then you've got 3 batteries that come with it. And let's fire up batteries. I'm going to turn them on before we put the head back on, just so you can see that this is different. Okay, we saw with some of the others that we have, often on these we'll have a single light point. That's usually the peg itself that we've seen in the Iron Man or something like that. You and I saw when we did Captain Marvel, where we had the 2 alternate points. This has 2 really bright eyes that are going on it. All right?
Bright
let's
eyes.
slide down.
Wow, you could see it even. I know you're trying to do it off camera so you could turn for a surprise.
Yeah,
but
turn
we
for a
saw
surprise.
that thing light up real fast.
And
There it is. Dun, 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 dun.
okay, this is in a lit room currently
I'm going to try to hit
with
up.
the lights on. Boom. And our cameraman, I believe, has the access to our lights, and we are going to dim those for you in 3, 2, 1, and
We could have just done.
And-
there
and-
it is.
and-
There it is.
there we go. Boom.
Now you can still see we have light. Bree and I still have light coming down on us, which is why you can see light
Yeah,
reflecting off
but
of
I
the
think that would
costume,
work
but-
if this is the way you display it. Look, because of that light, you're also getting it to kind of shimmer off the suit. Okay, you see that that's going directly out of the eye, but also around the face in that area there. So it is
It really.
heck.
It shows
heck
that sort
bright.
of coming from the inside.
Oh yeah, it is crazy, crazy bright on there. But that's what you wanted, and that's what we would been hoping for, that we would finally see.
Yeah. I think we can get our lights back on. We got the gist that the lights
Yes.
work.
Boom. All right. So that is our light up feature, which is a big deal on this one here.
Would you display them this way with the light ups, or do you prefer a more calm Superman?
You know, I think it would depend because, you know, he would be displayed with other figures. I think if I was doing it with other figures, then yes.
Yeah.
Then I would probably have it in the.
Oh, like a Batman, like a
Yeah, Batman, Superman,
like
kind
a
of
Batflex
Battle-esque kind
Batman
of
thing,
deal. Whereas if it's just him kind of in a flight mode or something like that, I think I'm going to go with the unlit. But I mean, it's an option we've longed for, and we now finally have.
Yeah, Hot Toys is like, here, you can have it.
Here, you can finally have this. I want to take a look at just the way in which the cape drapes down. Okay. Now, this cape is nicely pleated for you, as we talked about that, and that little bag that it is in to protect it, to kind of keep it in shape.
Yeah, it looks great coming right out
Now,
of the box.
this cape, however, does not have a wire in it, okay? So it really kind of lays down clean. All right. Because of how bright it is, it might be, and vibrant the red is under our lights, it might be a little harder to see just how nice and flowing those are. Let's take a look now at some of our flexibility. All right. We're going to use one arm
The
first.
Superman puts the flex in flexibility, if you know what I mean. What?
Now, because this is that printed suit,
I mean, what do you want from me?
I
More puns.
like it.
I like how Guy just kept on going.
I take your dad jokes and your others, I absorb them, and I become one with them.
Oh, I've noticed.
Hey, I like it. I like it a lot. So let's take a look. With the fist, we kind of got a little bit. I'm going to a rock concert thing. But I wanted you to see that's about our position there. That's our full bend on up on forearm.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we still, of course, have our bend outward and such here
So if
as
he
our
needs to
kind of
do-
bicep cut.
Yeah.
This one here, when you're going to do, this isn't really a hands up over the head kind of thing in his flight style. It was really more an extended forward and then turn like so when we do it. So if I am going in that, and we could swap out the hands because we do have the front hands, but
Right hands, yeah.
that's a little bit of how you can
That
do
looks great.
the upper. This is also the way he was at the Pearl Jam show. No. Now,
I don't get it.
it looks like he's rocking out.
Thank you.
But let's work our way down into the chest area and stuff. Number one, this is that new S that we saw.
Yeah.
Nice and bright on there. It is attached and is part of the suit. None of the suit is removable. Yes, there's that zipper on there,
but that
was for them to
costume
get it on.
accurate.
It's not that is not for you to go, I want to see it without it.
Well, that's what that Cavill costume has.
Correct.
Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So let's take a look here. Here's what I wanted you to see when you brought up the abs. Watch when we move, they almost do a flex.
Look at him flexing.
No whack?
It's almost like he's Superman.
Almost.
Look at that.
All right.
Look at
so
that.
we do have a nice pull backward if we need.
Yeah.
All right. And this obviously also allows us to do the crunch forward. Because this is that suit attached to it, anytime you're going to do that, like some of our others where we've seen these type of tight suits, you're going to want to kind of move the fabric a little bit to get it to where you want. But
kind of like the Spider-Man that we did.
Exactly,
before,
like a Spider-Man said, this is where it's that full body suit kind of thing like that. Old man flexes. Is that what you called them? Old man flexes? Or carrying heavy groceries?
I call them old-timey stretches.
Old-timey stretches.
I call those old-timey side bend stretches.
But again, has your articulation points. There. Then down into the hip, let's take a look at leg. Okay, your motion, your movement on the leg is a little smaller.
Yeah, he's such a bulky.
I think it's because of the
his
bulking.
size.
This is, I mean, they've made the leg that much larger. This is different than the body that we've seen.
When you're making a screen accurate Cavill Superman, that is going to happen.
That's going to happen.
The legs are so big and bulky.
Exactly. And so if we went with the smaller body that's been used on some of the other figures, it wouldn't look right.
Yeah.
So I think you're okay with missing some of that. I rewatched the film again and just seeing, there wasn't a lot of deep bends he was doing or anything like that. Yeah. In this one here, there's just some really standard.
It's very Superman
poses that you wanted to see.
Superman's not doing parkour.
No. But let's take a look. There's our knee. We do have a lot more bend in the knee. And since we have the leg up, Jeff, you know what time it is? I think
it's time for Tread Watch, baby.
It is time for Tread Watch.
Tread Watch. Let's look at that.
Pow.
Ooh, those look Kryptonian.
Yes. Kryptonian footwear.
Look at that.
Right there. Unique kind of tread.
That's a unique tread.
Yeah, a unique tread on there, right? With kind of the streaked, I want to say almost like forward momentum, pushing out like that. That's kind of a neat one to ask. But then let's take a look at our ankle. Now again, everything is connected on this suit. These are not removable items on there. But we do have plenty of articulation in the ankles, okay, to lay them flat. If we're going to do wide stances, let's also kind of get the character in a wider stance. It's time to bring up Terry.
Terry just got here.
Hey, did you just get here? Well, welcome to the show, Terry. Terry's on East Coast.
Shout out, Terry.
But Terry's talked about this, and it's always important that anytime you're making these little motions with these figures, when they have these types of suit, is to go slow and then move the fabric to where you need it. That's where I'm going to talk about the boots. Because they are printed, there has been discussion of, and it might be in the chat already about, am I concerned about them sticking or moving it? Like, it will tell you to not leave it in dynamic poses for too long in any particular pose, I think, other than, say, your static.
It's funny because Superman does kind of, for me, give that vibe of like, I always picture him standing there.
Yes.
Like, just being like, hey, I'm Superman. I'm like, don't make me move.
Yeah.
Don't make me do the thing.
Don't make me do this.
Yeah.
What we're gonna do now is just to kind of show.
Hey, Guy.
Yes.
Do you know what kind of fabric the suit is made out of?
No. Whether it's it would probably. I mean, this is. I'm going to say this is probably the same type of material that we have seen with our Spider-Man and some of the others that have that kind of full, snug suit aspect. It doesn't feel like it's completely new material. However, this is different with that 3D print on there.
It's made from Kryptonian elements.
Exactly.
So we don't know. Technically.
Let's set it up here.
That's very.
I'm going to move the cape off to the side. Works best to have it the clip, because this doesn't have kind of that under support one. It's more of a flat one that right about the hip joint instead of the waist joint. If you do it there, you're going to have a little bit more posing options. I think if you try and do it on the waist, you're going to have to again deal with the weight. But again, when you're going to do those, again, the little motions, the little tiny things. But let's see, we could have him. What would you like to see him do, Jeff? And I'll try and.
I mean, I wouldn't mind him like clearing up some traffic for me on the way home.
Okay.
Is that what you mean? Like have Superman
so put the
show
heat
up
vision
and
back on.
No, I mean for this, I kind of like the idea of him just kind of floating in and just
Yes.
beating the brakes off of what's his name there, Steppenwolf.
Yes.
And when Steppenwolf is like beating everyone down, and then Superman just shows up and thrashes him.
Yeah. It's just like, all right, enough.
Yeah.
I do like, I mean, he's not a figure I have to worry about him not looking really cool in just kind of a standard style pose. I think I would probably freeze frame on my film.
Freeze frame.
To see a one that I wanted to use, or I may just have him standing. As you said, him standing is pretty darn.
I might do one of those patented Terry Smith standing poses where it's like slightly, he teaches you how to like twist it a little bit.
Turn the waist to add some life to it.
And then it adds a little bit of life to it. See, I pay attention.
You do.
I don't only just watch
I saw you with
shows.
a notebook in his class.
I take notes.
Terry really does do that waist changing thing so well.
There's a reason he's got a show about posing.
Yeah, about how to pose them up.
Yeah.
But yes, and that's a way you can do the figure is to give him a little twist.
Terry just said he hasn't patented it, so I'm officially saying it's mine. That's my style of posing.
See, probably shouldn't have told him that.
Now I'm going to sue him.
You hadn't patented.
I'm going to sue him every time he does that on his show.
Exactly. Well,
royalties, please.
That's your second source of income now, or ninth. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think, like you said, a very static.
Yeah. I was really hoping that there would be a alternate head that has a mustache on it.
Boy, I didn't know if we were going to say that, but yes.
We could say that. It's a famous...
The third head with mustache.
Yeah.
An accessory would be a laptop with Photoshop.
You do a new...
Doing some new hand swap out.
So some flying hands?
He's going to be... Is that what you'd like? Flying hands? Great.
Well,
here, you want to see? I want to show you what we've got.
We do have a request.
Yes.
Can we get a classic pose standing with his fists on his hips?
Oh, yes. We will do that one, but since those are the ones I just took off, is there any... Let's take a look at the hands, but I could always swap those right back on and do it again. All right. So let's put these out on our turntable.
Those choking hands?
We'll call them the intense hands.
He's just really choking out Steppenwolf.
Exactly. So we've got our flat, what we'll call our flight hands. The more intense hand, I think, that you'll see, and then kind of a relaxed post-fist type hand there. So there's kind of our relaxed.
I want to shout out to Michael Myers on YouTube, who also mentioned the mustache as well. Shout out.
We see you.
We see you. Don't worry.
We see you.
It was called to my attention that you are looking for credit on that, and I'm going to give it to you.
All right. So we will do your request first, which was flight hands, and then we will do we'll finish with a little Superman on the hip action. All right. See, I think
Or
this is why you
those
have
could be
this.
open hand slapping
The
Steppenwolf
open
in the
hands,
mouth.
yes, the open hand slap. That then the very next meme that we didn't see is Superman slaps Robin.
No, that would kill Robin. We're not going to do that at all.
It would.
We
it
don't
would
do-
a lot for the slapping.
We
motion.
don't do that on Unsealed and Reveal. He can slap Steppenwolf because he's a bad guy.
Then why does Batman slap Robin?
I mean, it was only one thing, and Robin's like a human child. We're just not going
But
to.
nonetheless, let's take a look with those flight hands. Kind of swoop those up.
Look at that. He's the Superman. He knows how to fly. You do that thing where you have him flying, holding the building. Remember when he flies and he's holding
Yes.
the whole building? You could do that.
Oh,
You
with
could
the
take him-
where Flash saved the guys
Yeah.
with the car, and then he's got the. it's
You
like,
could take
oh,
him on
thank you.
vacation with you.
Yes.
Find a building, hold him up, force perspective. It would be like a brand new version of that Leaning Tower of Pisa thing that's not clever that people do all the time.
Okay,
But
Alex,
yours has a figure, so it's cooler.
Alex would like to know if that is as close to the body as his arms will get. I'm assuming. That
Are we talking in an upward?
I'm assuming that.
In an
that
up,
he
up, and
needs
away
this
Okay.
situation.
I'm gonna get
Push
them
them
to
up
their
a-
limit.
That's what we're all about here on Unsealed and Revealed.
Right. And all right, go very slow with this. And as per the instructions, this is one. If you do it in this type of pose, this is one I wouldn't leave it in too long because you're definitely moving and stretching that
Yeah.
that printed fabric for a longer time. But that is it with a full straight up.
There he is. Oh, he's like on a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm. It's just a little different when you're doing this pose that we're not going to the side
Yeah.
to go up, which
doesn't-
we're used to. This is a forward.
He does not look like he's having fun on the roller coaster.
No. Would the other head look?
I don't think you understand how the video works, but you can't put the head behind. the head.
I mean, would angry face look?
I mean, he's like, why would you make me go on this?
Yeah.
I don't know. I grit my teeth on roller coasters. I am not a
Deep
roller
grit
coaster
roller
guy.
coaster pose. This is why you don't have this figure, because your poses are unique. We got to get you a 1/6 roller coaster car.
Is that a thing?
Oh, I'm not sure. We could ask.
I'll take it.
We could ask.
Can I get one? Can we do that for the next Unsealed and Revealed? I've been told no, not at all. That's not.
No,
a
not
thing.
not at all. Wow, I thought there would be a pause before you heard no.
No, my producers
Because-
immediately told
It was
me.
an immediate shut him
They
down.
said, stop inventing things that don't exist, they said.
Yet. Yeah, we didn't have a light up guy for a while. Now we do.
Now we do.
All right,
With all sorts of hands.
Yes. Now, Bree, are there any more? I mean, we're gonna do our hips hand pose. Put your hands on your hips.
No questions at this time. But
Okay.
if you have any,
How about
Drop
this?
them.
While you're setting up this pose,
Yes.
why don't we have Bree drop that Gleam contest in? What do you think?
Excellent.
Does that sound good for everybody here? You get into this Gleam contest, which means you have until Friday. All right, you can enter. It has been posted in both YouTube and Facebook. Bree just put those in. It's no rush. You don't have to run. You don't have to leave. You don't have to go anywhere and do anything right now. You just have lots of opportunities to win over the course of the next 4 days. And then we will have that, and then maybe we'll announce that you won next episode. Who knows? We'll see.
we will.
We'll see. We will. We're going to start doing that now. So I'm excited about that. I'm very excited about that. So like I said, Facebook and YouTube, if you're watching these, the Gleam contest has been put in by Bree. She will have that in there. So make sure you check that out. No rush. You got a couple of days. As a side note, too, don't forget to join our Let Your Geek Sideshow Facebook group. That gives you access to a lot of other cool stuff going on, too. And there's stuff that's only for members of that group. So you might want to check that out as well, right?
Especially with the birthday event.
Big birthday.
Oh, we're
event.
talking about it now?
We're talking about.
Oh,
I
okay,
think we're
yeah.
gonna
Nice
talk
big
about it.
birthday event coming, and you might want to be on that like a whole lot. I was trying to be coy about it.
Nope.
I didn't know we were
No,
Koi free now.
talking about
It's
it.
koi free now.
Well, then you're going to definitely want to be a member of the Let Your Geek Sideshow Facebook group because we got some cool stuff coming your way. How's that pose coming, Guy?
All right, let's take a look.
Look at that. Whoa! That's Superman.
Classic on the hand and splayed. What I was trying to find out is I said I'd done some research on the suit. We saw on Wonder Woman's sword that we had written stuff. In this one here, Joseph Campbell came up again, who influenced Star Wars and influenced a lot of others. And this was a quote that Snyder wanted to use, and they translated it into Krypton, Kryptonian language.
And that's just an S in Krypton,
Nope.
right? No.
That is around the arms. If we can get in here and take a look. Okay, see right up, there we go. We're going to straighten it out. Okay, right around here and around the armband. Okay, we've got that chain link through the rest. But around the two arms is the following. Where we had thought to stand alone, we will be with all the world. And it's a discussion point about where he is in the world. So it's just kind of a neat idea.
Kind of a cool
that
little Easter egg there.
that they added into the suit a little bit later on. But he's gosh darn neat. So there was the discussion about how far above could I get the hands, and we did see that one, and we did do our hip ones. I want it to be seen what our relaxed arm.
Can you make him touch his toes?
Well, I'll give it a whirl. That would definitely be those flat hands, right?
Yeah.
The flat hands.
Yeah,
Well, I'll give that a whirl.
You
too.
might have the. You don't actually have that.
You don't have to. But there is our as tight to the body as you're going to get them down. But I don't think Superman was a flat hands.
A lot of dudes at my gym also are like that.
I was gonna say that's pretty common with the big.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Because of how big his
I call it
lats
quick
are.
draws.
Quick draws?
Yeah. Well, the thing is if your biceps are really developed too, you start they immediately will flex your arms to the bend.
Well, nonetheless, this is how it worked.
I mean, he looks great.
Yes, if you don't have this particular figure, he's a great addition to it. If you're, let's see, we've seen almost every character of the Justice League now, and this is that bright color, and more of a traditional return to.
This is the one
the Superman that many had wanted to have.
Yeah. It's interesting, obviously, artistic interpretation.
Yeah.
Notwithstanding, I think this is the color scheme that people have been waiting for 7 years.
Yeah, exactly.
On this, and to see Cavill in it, I think it really, really pops. And we have it, as screen accurate, but without that sort of filter that the film had. So this actually even shows up a little bit cleaner and a little bit brighter as well.
So we see. We were just on there. You see, there's that chainmail, and it's right there on the bicep. That's that quote.
No, look at that.
I thought it was kind of neat.
That's like a tribal tattoo.
Yes, it's a tribal,
Kryptonian.
but in Kryptonian.
Yeah.
So we could get you that this
I'm
afternoon.
not going to get that.
Oh, well, okay.
I'll get that Superman toy, but I'm certainly
okay.
not going to get the tattoo. I have enough regrettable tattoos. I don't need more. So this is a piece. I mean, accessory-wise, we get the head, we get the extra hands. This isn't like something like a Grindelwald or a Newt's Commander, where it's like, oh, you got the box, we got this. But that's because it's Superman.
Correct.
The accuracy in the body is really impressive to me. The costume colors I actually really like. The head sculpt, the heat ray head sculpt, it's super freaky deaky, man. It's cool looking. Pretty freaky, man. And certainly one of those do you bleed moments that kind of makes you
Exactly. Boom. This is that bright, intense. And what's neat is just this is with full studio lights on, and you see those lit up. This isn't sometimes with a light up feature you can't really tell if they are on, but this is definitely one that you can.
Yeah, I mean, usually when we have a lot more, when it comes with more accessories, obviously, we have a lot more time to play with this and everything like that. So I feel like, unless anybody else has any questions, comments, or concerns about the figure itself, in there. I think, I mean, we can pretty much roll out and say, I'm very happy I get to see this piece.
We can go up and away.
We can go up. I'm actually going to drive a car.
Oh.
Well, that's a bummer.
Yeah, I know. I don't have the power of flight.
Well, I could go in front of you with the figure using the I like
that
and see
seems
if it works.
aggressively complicated, so I'm in. But how about this up and giveaway? Don't forget to hit that Gleam contest that Bree dropped in the comments on both Facebook and YouTube. We want you to win. We want you specifically to win. Which one of you? You're going to have to guess that for yourself. So it seems to me like we've kind of run through here. So I'm very excited to say thank you for joining us. I'm very, very stoked and lucky that I got to have Bree right next to me on the ones and twos, taking your questions and comments. Oh,
I feel lucky.
You are lucky.
You just sit.
We're all lucky. And of course, 6-scale expert Guy Klender here.
Oh, thank you.
Showing us all about that. Now, if you want to check out this piece and need to order it, you can go to side.show/unseal Superman, and you can you yourself can get a hold of one of these. That being said, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget, let your Geek Sideshow Facebook group. Don't forget to hit subscribe and the notifications bell on YouTube, because a lot of stuff is going to start coming your way real fast, and you're going to want to catch that. As always, I am Jeff May. This has been Unsealed and Revealed. Thank you all so much. And don't forget, guys, to let your geek side show. Hey, did you like that video? Be sure to subscribe by clicking the S icon on your screen and click that bell icon to be notified whenever a new video is posted. If you'd like more info on the items featured in this video, click the link provided under Product Info. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to let your geek side show.